Hello, everybody.
Perfect.
I suppose we should wait till at least people come in before saying hi. Hello,
Hello,
everybody.
everybody.
You missed our first original hello. It was really good. You have to go back and watch it.
Did it before we even pressed start. Hello. What do you race this up to? Oh, nothing. Just chilling.
Just being deplorable.
You guys look pale, because we probably are. Although I am. I don't know about him.
You look ugly.
No, don't be rude.
Well, she gets to be rude.
True story.
I think it's the lighting.
It's Chris Manson.
No, hi.
Hi.
Every time.
Hi, Chris. Every time.
So what's up, everybody?
How is everybody today? Lady lives. Lady lives? Lady lives.
I converted the most liberal person I know. Do tell the story.
That is a great story.
I got attacked by 6 Hillary gays for supporting Trump. We actually got attacked this morning as well. We got drug into a conversation, and we were more than happy to be involved in it.
Though. Yes, we will do call-ins today, Chris.
Ooh, are we? Because then we need to charge
Get
the phone.
Just technical difficulty. We'll get the phone ready later.
Twins or triplets then, haha. Jelly bean.
Jelly bean. Thank you guys for sharing us. We appreciate it.
I showed the media bias. It's really all you have to do.
Yeah, we usually do.
Hi, Jelly Bean. Oh, Jelly Bean, I wanted to call you so bad last night. Or this, I think it was last night.
Liberals are getting spooked by the bias. Liberals are getting really spooked by the fact that they might lose. Where's that? What is that? 62%. For what? Is that your precious CNN poll that only polled 500 people for the debate? It's probably what you're referencing.
It probably is.
Clinton News Network. That's not NBC. NBC was for Trump. Oh, by the way, thanks for the help today.
Was that with the
No problem.
state map?
Make sure your mic isn't broken.
Maybe we want a broken mic. Boom.
Thought about that?
NBC said Illinois and Oregon could go gray.
Whoa. Whoa.
Why were you guys on a scope late last night? Oh, no. We weren't. Because I said I wanted to call Jelly Bean.
Oh, yeah.
But that was something completely different.
Weren't you on a scope last night? What was that?
Was I watching a scope? I don't know.
What did you guys think about the debate? I think Trump could have done better. I think that the first half was great.
Thanks,
The
Jelly
second
Bean.
half, he was trying to defend himself, and he shouldn't have to defend himself. He should just stick to the message. So I think he could have done better. But all things considered, I think that he's not a career politician, and he doesn't have his lines written down and paid for. So I think that in and of itself is why Trump won the debates last night from every single poll, except for CNN, who only polled 500 people.
He did what he wanted most of the way through. He proved he's not nuts.
You see this signaling to Lester Holt from Hillary? I did not see that. What do you think about the shootings? What shootings? The terrorist attacks? Because that's pretty disgusting. We should all be worried about that.
I don't think Donald Trump should skip either of the 2 final debates.
The thing that we have to realize, especially in regards to radical Islamic terrorism, it's not getting better, and more Americans will die. More Americans will die from radical Islamic terrorism. And I think that the left is just, they want the world to be cupcakes and rainbows, and so they say, oh, you know, everybody, if you just love them, they'll stop. But it's not working that way.
How is Trump anti-gay? Google Hillary signaling Lester last night.
We will. I see you guys retweeting us. Thank you. He said he doesn't believe in marriage equality.
Never once has he said that.
Not one time has he ever said that. He was asked in the primaries if what he thought about overturning gay marriage, and he said, I would have left it up to the states. And that was during the primaries. Keep in mind, he had to appeal to the Christian conservative voters. He had to beat Ted Cruz. And so he needed the Christian conservative voters to win the primary. So I think he did an incredible job at balancing, his support for LGBT while also gaining the Christian conservative votes. So,
Terry, what's your point of being here? You're bringing nothing to the conversation, and that's how you get blocked.
Right. And keeping in mind, yes, the Clintons are the ones that you need to understand are really against gay people, because they're the ones that have been in the political sphere for 30 plus years. Those are the ones actually that have been proven to halt gay marriage rights and equality rights. So you can't blame Trump for that. Trump was never a politician. Truly what's going on, though, is the Clintons did limit gays from marrying each other. So don't get it twisted.
Hillary Clinton stood by Bill Clinton when he signed DOMA.
He never mentions LGBT. Yes, he has. He said it many, 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 many times.
Right after the Pulse shooting, he said that he was going to be the best president for the LGBTQ community.
Right.
Even during the RNC, he said the same exact thing, and he received a standing ovation from it.
Right. And he personally invited Pete Thiel to speak at the RNC, an openly gay conservative. I mean, these things are unprecedented in history, and you guys are trying to tear Trump down like he hates gay people. You're wrong. You are wrong. Trump has supported gay people more so than Hillary Clinton ever has.
In the late 80s, early 90s, he was donating money to AIDS research foundations and gay men's health organizations, not because he had to, but because he wanted to.
Because it was the right thing to do. In 2000, he gave an interview with an advocate, a very well-known LGBTQ magazine, and said that there needs to be an amendment to the 1964 Civil Rights Act to include homosexuals. He's done many things. He is solely responsible for creating a different social landscape in Palm Beach, Florida. He openly accepted homosexuals into his club at the time, or started accepting homosexuals into his club, and no other clubs around the area did. He changed the social dynamics of that area, and it's funny to me that Democrats still think that he's a racist and a bigot, keeping in mind he also opened it up to Jews and black people when none of the other clubs in the area would do it.
And he didn't pick Pence because of Pence's anti-gay stance, and that's fine. If Pence wants to be anti-gay, that's fine. We're not in this for the social aspect of it. Pence is not going to act on that. He's allowed to have his own thoughts and his own beliefs. The reason he picked Pence is because of the economy in Indiana and how well he handled it.
Right. Pence is great for solving the issues that this country faces. Pence is amazing because he was able to balance budgets, he was able to create jobs, he was able to do the things that we need to do for our country. We personally disagree with him socially, but we think that he was chosen because he is capable of doing the things that our country is in desperate need of. And keeping in mind, somebody just said, Trump lies all the time. Can you name one of Trump's lies? Because I have not heard a lie. I even went over to the Hillary Clinton Twitter page, and she had a little ad, the briefing ad, about all of Trump's lies, and she was like, Trump lies 36 times. And so I watched it, and she only put like 2 quotes in there, 2 or 3 quotes in there of what Donald Trump has said, and they weren't even lies. And I was like, well, where's the 36? Where's the other 33? Where's the other 33? He did oppose the Iraq War. Look at any fact check from the debate. I have looked at the fact checks, and then I fact checked the fact checks because he was against the Iraq War. Keep in mind, the fact checks are written by people that know how to twist the truth. That's what the media does, is they twist the truth. So if there's a fuzzy spot, let's for example, say Trump and his discrimination in one of his buildings in Brooklyn when he first started his career, not accepting African Americans into his apartments. Let's just take that for example. The Department of Justice did sue him, as with many other people, which the media cleverly leaves out, that they were not admitting African Americans into these buildings, which was not true. There were African Americans living in the building at that time. Again, something that the media will not tell you. And furthermore, there was no charges pressed and there was no foul rulings found. There was nothing there. What kind of fact check is that, where they just write a story that said, oh, Trump was sued by the Justice Department for not admitting blacks, which means he's lying that he's racist? What is that? What kind of fact check is that?
Trump campaigned in 3 states today. Where's Hillary? Exactly. And somebody brought up about Melania and the plagiarized speech. Is that really what is going to decide the election for you? Is that really such a huge, huge detrimental blow to you that you don't know how you're going to continue life if Trump wins? Because mind you, in 2008, Barack Obama plagiarized Mr. Patrick's speech from Massachusetts. And so if you want to bring the Melania speech to light, then let's have Obama impeached for plagiarism. So, mind you, Melania did just a short little clip of it, and Obama did the entire thing.
Somebody asked, does Trump have equality in the companies that he has? Yes, absolutely. He has many homosexual executives in the Trump organization, and he even was on record saying in the year 2000 that it doesn't matter what kind of sexual orientation you are. I hire people based solely on if they're competent enough to do the job. I don't care what your sexual orientation is. I don't care what color of skin you have. And so there are many, many executives that are homosexual in the Trump organization. And what kind of question is that?
And look at Hillary being all for women's rights. Why is Hillary Clinton not credited for having the first woman? God, what is her position? Kelly Conway.
First woman campaign manager.
Campaign manager. Donald Trump has the first woman campaign manager. Also, Donald Trump employed the first woman to oversee the construction of a skyscraper in New York City. So he is all about equal rights.
Right. Somebody asked, shoot, I forgot the question. Somebody just asked something. See, this is what the liberals are good at. They're good at specifically going after issues that have no relevance in this political sphere whatsoever. We're talking about Trump's tax returns and the birther movement. If you look online right now, especially MSN.com, which is the biggest amount of trash ever conceived by the liberal agenda that I've ever seen, MSN.com, they just compile a bunch of libtard articles. But anyway, if you just go to there, although I highly discourage doing so, you will see that almost every single article is either about Trump's tax returns or about the birther movement. That's it. That's all the liberals have. And neither of those issues have any concern with the context of our country. So why don't we get on message, and why don't we start focusing on the real problems, like our debt, like our deficits, like our, like gay people dying from radical Islamic terrorism? Why don't we get on that?
Hillary Clinton brought up that in '92, or around then, the economic plan that her husband had in place worked wonders, and this, that, and the other thing, and it was so good. But she doesn't realize that it's not 1992 anymore, it's 2016. Why will she not update her ideas to represent what's going on in 2016? She has 30 years of political experience, and she has nothing to bring to the table today. She has to go back 20 plus years and say, hey, 20 years ago this worked, but the world was a different time period. Yeah, it was a different time period. We were in a different place back then. So how is what happened in '92 going to directly affect what's going to happen today?
Just an announcement for everybody that Donald J. Trump is coming to Colorado on Monday. We are very, very excited. Trump is leading in Colorado in multiple polls, and Colorado is a very big state for him to win, or he needs to win Colorado. It's a very important state for him to win, and we are thrilled to be going. We have locked down our tickets, so we hope to see all of you Trump supporters that can get there. And it would be incredible if you can. You can go to his website, and then just, the tickets are free. You just have to register that you're going to go. So definitely go.
I'll get on the next flight. Yes.
No, she's crazy. That's the crazy one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was somebody else.
How is he polling in Colorado? Like I said, the last 4 polls that have come out, he's leading in Colorado.
He is up nationally 0.5% points. Average, yep.
Whoa. You can fact check me all you want, sweetheart. Denver. It's actually going to be, why can I never remember the state, the city? Loveland.
Up near Collins.
By Fort Collins. Black people get 60% more time for the same crimes. Oh wow, are you going through your liberal reports on that one? This is what you have to understand. In impoverished areas, which are heavily populated with black men and Latino men that commit crimes on a day-to-day basis, keeping in mind, okay, this is how it works. This is how the justice system works. If you have priors on your record, you get more time. You get a worse punishment if you were to create another violation. So these liberal reports that come out take the violation that they have gotten, right? Whether it be a DUI, for example, or whether it be stabbing somebody with a knife, whatever it may be, right? And they are comparing that charge with everybody else in this country. You can't do that because that charge has 14 charges previously. So of course he's going to get more time. And this is not a matter about race. This is a matter solely about impoverished areas. And you can go on and on and on, and we can discuss forever about why it is that African American youth and Latino youth are in these impoverished areas. We can talk about that all day long. But the fact remains that these people have rap sheets that they get charged for, and they get charged for again and again and again, and their sentences get longer and longer and longer every single time. Know how to read evidence, you twit.
So I find it interesting that Real Clear Politics has Colorado, Minnesota, and now Maine as toss-up states, and it has Illinois, New Mexico, and Oregon as slightly Clinton. Oh, it also has New Jersey and Connecticut. Slightly blue. I can't.
Twit. I use that word. I love the word twit because it keeps me from cussing, but it's still like such a fun word that it sounds nasty.
What is your NBC polling?
New Mexico here. I did one.
I convinced one millennial to vote for Trump today.
Good. That's excellent.
We are voting for Trump.
Twit's a Queenie word. Okay. In California, we have 3 strikes and you're out. That's not true. You guys have, frickin', what is it called? Sanctuary cities over there, man.
How did NBC contradict itself?
Why? Is that a question? Because why is a question word, but you put an exclamation point.
Why?
Why? Breitbart polls do not count. They are not specific. People can't vote hundreds of times. Breitbart doesn't actually do a lot of independent polling. Breitbart just reports on the polling.
What do you think about Comey's testimony today? So I found it really, really interesting. Somebody sent me an email last night about Comey. So pretty much what I understand went down with that was if he was going to indict Hillary Clinton, he had to be 100% certain that he could come to, what's the word I'm looking for a prosecution of Hillary Clinton. If not, he would have been faced with tampering with the election. However, had he gone through with the indictment, they would have subpoenaed the emails, and the email chains that she was using were back and forth with other people. And I feel it's very safe to assume that she was communicating with the president as well, so that would have led to the impeachment of the president. So, troubled waters right there for him. And then if he didn't do anything about it, then, how did they word it? It would have shown that he was doing nothing. So he had to do a weird loophole in it. So it's pretty much, the way they explained it was, Bill and Sally live together, and Bill beats Sally, but when Sally calls the police, Bill is charged with domestic spousal abuse. Well, it turns out that the arresting officer knows Bill, so that's why he charged him with that. So when they go to court, turns out that they're not married, so all charges are dropped because of a loophole. So that's why he went the way he did, and he pretty much told America in 20 minutes, do not trust this lady, she is not anybody that we can have as president, but I cannot go forward with an indictment.
I think most polls are not valid. Most people do not have landlines. This is true. Comey is an asshole. I agree.
Comey is a asshole.
But I corrected it for him.
Gotcha.
So many whys. Why isn't Hillary 50 points ahead anyway? You might ask.
We do watch well, we have watched
We have watched Water's World. We don't watch Fox anymore. Walls work. Nicotine is bad for you.
Nicotine's not bad for you.
Nicotine's not. I think it's all the shit other than nicotine that's really, really bad for you. We are going to build a wall. A big, beautiful wall. With a big, gigantic, beautiful door. Donald Trump just tweeted.
Wisconsin.
You're welcome from Wisconsin. We're not from Wisconsin.
Wait, Jellybean, I thought you were going to that today.
Walls do not work. Every single wall in history has worked. Name one wall in history that has not worked. Whether they were good walls or bad walls, that's to be seen. However, every single wall in history has worked.
It's that fiberglass and rat poison, I think.
I think it's that stuff, yeah.
We're not going to check out vaping. We're just going to quit cold turkey on November 9th when he wins, when Donald J. Trump is president.
Build a firewall and make China pay for it. It's not a bad idea, actually. They have walls around Hillary's house. They have walls around the White House. They have walls around the DNC. They have walls around everywhere that the Democrats are concerned about.
I'll quit carbs when you quit cigarettes. November 9th.
Okay.
So he's going to be announced the winner November 8th, but you can't just quit in, like, midnight.
Drink lots of water to detox. I've heard that. You are gay. Yes, we are gay.
You're gay?
You're gay?
I'm Ron Burgundy?
Please don't. You guys are paid by Trump because you Periscope like a job. No, it's called enthusiasm. Something that Hillary Clinton supporters don't have. It's very different. We are here because we love supporting Donald Trump, and we think he's the right decision, and we are excited about a Donald Trump presidency. It's called enthusiasm.
Dip skip.
Dip skip. Are you aware of Mike Pence's thoughts on homosexuality? We absolutely are.
We don't agree with them, and he's allowed to have his own thoughts, just as you are. It's just whether he acts on them or not when he's VP.
Keeping in mind, Trump will be the president, and Trump supports gay people and has done so for 30 plus years. That's why there's so many people that are gays for Trump.
Last year, everyone scoped how to make money on here. Funny how they're all gone. Can you make money on Periscope?
I didn't even know that.
So, we have to be completely honest. Last night, we finally watched the Between Two Ferns with Hillary Clinton. When I first saw it, I watched where the Secret Service had to take out the guy wearing the mask. And the look on her face, I thought it was all staged. I thought it was stupid, so I turned it off. And then a friend of ours was like, you guys have to watch this.
Okay, so you guys in camps. Wow. Stupid Democrat. Go vote for Hillary. Go back to your safe space, idiot.
We were laughing so
But
hard
that was
at the
the
end
funniest
of it.
thing when, like, we kept watching it because I didn't watch it either, but I read dialogue on it, and the first dialogue that I read on it was I've never heard of Between Two Ferns before, so I didn't even know what context it was in, and he said Hillary said Trump's probably going to wear his red power tie, and then Zach said, or his white power tie. And that's the only dialogue that I read from it, and so I thought it was just another Trump trash thing, so I didn't watch it. But our friend showed us it yesterday, and we watched it the whole way through. It was freaking hilarious.
What's the best way to keep in contact? Email?
We should keep in touch. Best way to contact you? Email?
Oh, I still laugh about it.
It's good. It's good. Good fun. We have fun.
And our friend was telling us about it. He did some more research into it. So apparently the reason Hillary Clinton did it is because she thought it would appeal to the millennials, that she's this cool, hip, old woman. Apparently not, though. I think it backfired tremendously.
Thank you for all the hearts, guys. That's amazing. Somebody just said that Hillary was giving tells to the moderator. I have not seen that. I do not. That does not surprise me, unfortunately.
How and why are we going to be rounded up?
Like the immigrants.
Trump thinks that you're not part of the pure race. That's why in the late 80s, early 90s, he was donating
That guy's
to...
a troll.
Well, the rest of the people can hear.
But they've heard it. I mean, come on. Don't respond to people like that. We are gay, and it's YOU''RE. Go to your safe space, troll. Is that what I said?
No, he did not donate other people's money. He held a benefit at the Trump Taj Mahal, and all of that money went directly to gay men's health research.
Michelle Obama. Who? Is she even prevalent anymore? Taking away kids' food. Not my idea of a first lady.
Trying to make kids thinner. Well, I believe she got fatter.
Right? My God, she's gotten fat. My God, you've gotten fat. Have you brought CO
Colorado over for Trump yet? Yep.
Yep.
Real Clear Politics actually has them 0.5 ahead in national average.
Right. Do you think other gays feel your way? Absolutely. There are thousands of gays for Trump all over Twitter. Thousands of them.
Watch our scope. We were waving signs with a whole bunch of them.
Every single day we find at least 5 that either follow us or that we follow. I mean, it is just, there's so many out there. And it's because we're Americans first, and we realize that our country's in trouble. And it's not about social issues. It's not about where trannies poop. It's not about all these little tiny pieces of bullshit that Democrats think are important. It's the fact that our country might fail. And our country is going downhill really, really quickly. Our rich people are leaving because y'all pissed them off. That's a bad thing. Our corporations are leaving. We have debt more so than any other country in history, and it's just out of control. So, we're Americans first.
Scared. Hey.
Hillary foreign donors. Exactly. And she does, and she's taken $27 million from Saudi Arabia, and we say this almost every single scope, but you're on Periscope right now. Go use your map on Periscope and go look in Saudi Arabia, and you count how many women are broadcasting. Spoiler alert, it's 0. 0 women are broadcasting because there's still major oppression in Syria. And she's taking money from these people, and that's disgusting. She cannot be an advocate for women's rights when she takes money from a country that oppresses women. It just doesn't work that way.
Exactly. Somebody said, "What? Why do social matters issue in America?"
Trump would never let
after it's destroyed.
Trump would never let gays speak at his rallies. Is that why he invited personally Pete Thiel to speak at the RNC in front of all of the establishment politicians? An openly gay conservative. the founder of PayPal, and you don't think that that is supporting gay people?
108.6%. What was under her pantsuit coat thingy?
I think it was a mic. Or a
Earpiece thing?
One person? No, not one person. He's had many gay people stand up and talk. Milo Yiannopoulos. Look at Milo.
How does one look gay?
Like Milo. Milo looks gay.
There's Hillary's battery pack. Sherry, you always have such good ones.
Good one-liners. We all love Milo. We wish he was back with us on Twitter. Drugs to keep her standing for 90 minutes? That was my first thought when I saw it. She said colored people are human weeds. Wow, that's rough.
Who said that?
I don't know. If it was Hillary, that's really, really bad. Milo is a little too much of a flamer for me. Yeah, but he has to be. I mean, he has to be over-amplified because of the position that he's in. I mean, keep in mind, the majority of what you see in the media, including people that we like, like Milo, there's a lot of overemphasis on stereotypes and overemphasis on, their quote-unquote character. And he has to be like that because he wouldn't get nearly the attention if he didn't.
Why don't you guys run for president? Because we're not old enough.
And I wouldn't want to.
I hear the Trump train, yeah. I did hear it too.
Trump will win.
108.6%.
If you go by CNN percentages, it's somewhere near 180%. Hillary says she backs Margaret Sanger values. I heard that. Trump train is derailed.
Actually,
Not
no, it was
even.
swinging through Colorado yet again to pick up more supporters.
How many years since French withdrawal 1945?
So I'd say 45 minus 2015.
2016 minus 1945. Can you just bang already?
How do you support a guy who bashes gays?
He doesn't.
Hillary?
Hillary does.
Exactly. That is a really good point. Keep in mind, Trump has nothing to do with the mess we are in. It's politicians like Hillary that effed everything up.
Have you not heard his statements? I've heard every single statement he's made, and not one of them were negative against LGBT.
If he was against gays, he wouldn't have given an interview in 2000 to The Advocate. You can actually look it up and read it yourself, where he was saying that the 1964 Civil Rights Act should have an amendment to it that includes homosexuals. Both of you had nothing about history at all.
We speak English here. And I say this every single time. If we're sitting here in the United States, in the United States bitching about how people won't make us a cake, your life is pretty fucking good. All right? So why don't we start focusing on the real oppression that's happening, the real hate that's happening, the real racism that's happening, many of it happening in the Middle East. So why don't we turn our focus towards people like that? Your life is pretty fucking good. Stop complaining. What did Hillary say about the LGBT community? She specifically said, I do not support you and I do not support your marriages.
I think both of them are dangerous. However, if you think that way, you have 30 years of proven history that shows Hillary Clinton is dangerous.
Misogyny squared. There's your buzzword. You guys love those buzzwords. Misogyny, racist, bigot, xenophobe. You know what's funny about the word xenophobe? They actually have history counters of a word being used. And ever since CNN and Hillary Clinton used the word xenophobe, it's spiked like 2,000% that it's ever been used in history. And so now people just throw around that word like they know what they're talking about, when clearly it's just a repeat of what Hillary Clinton decided for them to use. And I think that proves you're sheep. That proves you are sheep. When you use the exact same word that has hardly ever been used in history, and now you use it all the time like it's a commonplace word. That just proves that you are part of this distorted brainwashing system.
Exactly. Do any of the gay people in here, I'm sorry, but does that not concern you that Hillary says she is quote-unquote for LGBTQ rights, yet she accepts a lot of money from countries that openly kill gays? Does that not concern you at all?
I didn't say all buzzwords are sheep. I said the word xenophobe in particular. You need to listen. You need to pay attention, sweetheart. I'm saying things and you're not listening.
So the people that say that it does bother, it doesn't concern me, it pisses me off. So the people that say it does concern them, are you still willing to vote for Hillary? And I know the two of you that I just read afterwards, you're not for Hillary, so the other two.
Yeah, but you brought it up as if a popular word became more popular. No, xenophobic, is not a commonplace word. It's not a word people used a lot before this election cycle.
So are there any gay people in here that are voting for Hillary Clinton? Let me just figure that out first. So, okay, so you are a gay Hillary supporter, and it doesn't concern you at all that she takes a lot of money from countries that openly want you killed? That doesn't concern you at all?
Just like alt-right all of a sudden became a thing. Exactly. Because, first of all, keep in mind, Trump has never used that word, or that phrase. And I remember specifically the day that alt-right suddenly became a thing. We were on Periscope, and it was like 2 months ago. And all of these people asked us all at once about alt-right, when we have never heard about it. And we're like, what the hell are you talking about? You know, like, it's... What does that mean? Like, I don't understand. I still don't fucking get it, but that's besides the point. And it's just one of those things where, like, it's just another term to distract and another term to segregate people into different groups. And I'm against terms that separate people. I think we should all just be one united conservative movement and stop dividing ourselves within ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because Democrats divide themselves within themselves all the time. And Democrats know that if you keep these groups fighting with each other, they lose focus and they don't understand what's going on right over their heads. And so I don't want conservatives to fall into the same trap. So I don't want to be using terms like alt-right or Tea Party or log cabin Republicans. I just want us to be united conservatives that are going to take down this Hillary Clinton monster.
So people are trying to compare Hillary Clinton taking money from Saudi Arabia to Trump talking about supporting Russia. Talk versus actually taking the money are two big different things.
You guys are making a difference. Thank you. Well, thank you. That makes us feel awesome.
And just to let people know that we're not inviting Russian people into our country, whereas Hillary wants all these refugees to come in, and some of those people will be Sharia law supporters that are going to want us killed. So there's a big difference between Russia and Saudi Arabia.
There is no proof, there is no evidence whatsoever, there's not even a single strand of anything alluding to the fact that Donald Trump has ever received or given money to the country of Russia. There is nothing. So, again, a Hillary Clinton lie posted on her Twitter that you're regurgitating. You are sheep.
Many of us are not gay, but know many who are. Exactly. So just to let you know, if Hillary Clinton were to be elected, she is going to increase the Syrian refugees into our country 550%.
Right.
At least 5% of those are going to be Sharia law supporters. And Comey has said himself, we do not have the resources necessary to vet these people. So some of those people are going to be coming in as Sharia law supporters, if not ISIS supporters. They are going to oppress women, and they are going to kill homosexuals. It's not a scare tactic. It's not fear-mongering. It is straight up truth.
This same idiot that keeps talking about Trump funding Russia, which is not true, also just said that Trump funds the Middle East where they kill homosexuals. Well, I'm sorry, buddy. You're thinking of Hillary Clinton. Quite honestly, Hillary Clinton has given the Russians 20% of control of United States uranium. Okay? And that's because of a deal that she had with Putin directly. Keep that in mind. So if there's anybody in bed with Putin, it's Mrs. Clinton. Furthermore, Hillary Clinton is the one that's receiving $27 million from Saudi Arabia, who openly kills homosexuals, who oppresses women. Women can't drive. Women can't do much in that country. Go look for yourself on Periscope. That's Hillary Clinton. Just keep that in mind next time you speak. Think about your words.
Yeah, and don't even think about being able to have your kids and inherit your house or anything like that, because Hillary Clinton is going to raise the death tax up to 65%.
See, and this is, oh my god, this guy is just on my nerves for some reason, and I usually don't get mad at one specific person, but this one person, I don't know what it is, driving me crazy. His comment was, if Syrian refugees come into this country, that all of a sudden makes murdering gays legal. You're an idiot. I mean, that's not what we're saying. Nobody's going to change the laws in this country to make murdering gays legal. But what they are going to do is kill you, regardless of what a piece of paper says. Just like those gun-free zone signs. They're going to shoot you, regardless of what the sign says. This is the problem with the liberal mindset. They think that in order for something to happen, the laws have to say so. And it drives me crazy. I am fighting for less government control in this country, which is what everybody should be fighting for. We are not here to be slaves to the government. The government should be slaves to us. And that is how it should work. That's how this country was built and intended. I cannot stand this guy. I cannot stand him.
Exactly. Animals don't cross at Animal Crossing signs. It's legal under Sharia, and they're going to continue to follow Sharia law as if it is America's law, and they will kill people.
Again, you're driving me crazy, dude. We're not talking about all Syrians. Not one. This is, again, what liberals do. They say when you make a point about something, about radical Islamic terrorist attacks, they take it as you're assuming all Islam are terrorists, and they just make it into this big bloated story that they can attack you with when you never said one word of that. What you are saying, though, is that the majority of these people coming into this country from Syria and the Middle East as a whole support something called Sharia law. The majority of the people that would be coming into this country support Sharia law. Sharia law is death to homosexuals. Sharia law is the oppression of women. If you don't know what Sharia law is, go look it up.
Lots of conservatives don't support Trump and one as well, because it's the conservatives that are in the high up office that know they're not going to be able to line their pocket anymore with their special interest groups.
Right. See, here it goes again. You're assuming that Syrian refugees come here to kill gays. I can't even. Come on, dude.
Again, the ones that support ISIS and Sharia law.
It's just like in France, for example. when all the Syrian refugees came in. And keep in mind, when they permitted Syrian refugees to come in Europe, all over Europe, not just France, but all over Europe, they weren't just taking refugees from Syria. They were taking in refugees from all over the Middle East that had nothing to do with Syria. Keep that in mind. Also, look at all the rapes that are happening. There are rapes and attacks every single day in these countries from the refugees that they brought into their country. Look at Germany, for example. They have to post signs at a pool that says you cannot grab ass, and they have to have it in pictures because they can't read English or whatever the
French
language. But it's not in France,
oh, gotcha.
But whatever country it is, they have different pictures that say you cannot grab ass. This is commonplace now in Europe, and it's pretty disgusting. And so we're not saying all refugees are rapists. We're not saying all refugees are bad people. What we are saying is that because of this mass immigration of these people, there are more rapes, there are more crimes, there are more attacks, and I don't want to see that happen to our country.
Somebody said, so what are we supposed to do with the other 95%? Just let them die? No, we create safe zones in the Gulf states and let them live there. They're going to be better able to assimilate in the Gulf states than they are with Western civilization.
You cannot assimilate with people that want to kill you. You cannot assimilate with people that want to kill you. Nor can you assimilate with Sharia law. Sharia law is not secular. Sharia law is not separation of church and state, which this country and every other civilized country in the world abides by. Sharia law doesn't work that way. So you can't assimilate with Sharia law. You cannot. Because there is no separation of church and state. They do not agree with the fundamental idea of this country.
How is it plain bigotry?
It's not. We support Muslims. We support anybody. We do not support the people that want to kill us. When you can be a Muslim American and immigrate into this country and assimilate just fine with us, if you do not uphold this idea of Sharia law, which many of them do. There are many Muslims that I respect in this country, keeping in mind that there are many of them that do uphold this idea of Sharia law, that do think that women are beneath men, and that's disgusting to me, and I don't want to see that in this country.
And so for all the people that are new here and are trying to attack us for being gay and supporting Trump, and somebody that doesn't support gays and the Republicans are against it, and somebody said that Trump is taking the Republican Party hostage. He's not. He's transforming the Republican Party to a modern day party of what it needs to be. Gay marriage has been around for what, 2 years now? Something like that. It's the way it is. There's still going to be that group of hardcore people that are against it, and they're going to have their little rallies and be
temper
mad about
tantrums. It's not going anywhere, guys.
It's not. So I think a mass majority of America has come to realization that, it is what it is. So what? They each wear rings now. Get over it.
The GOP is dead.
And Trump is not against gays. He has been helping gay people since the late 80s. He employs gay people. He is for equal rights across the board. He was the first person to hire a woman to oversee the construction of a skyscraper in New York City. And he was the first person to have what is Kellyanne Conway's title?
Campaign manager.
Campaign manager. A woman campaign manager. I don't know why I can't. And that's fine that Pence is against gays. He's allowed to have that idea, that thought.
Again, secularism. That's what made this country great in the first place.
And
Separation
he's
of
the
church and state.
VP. What has Joe Biden done? Nothing.
Yeah, and keep in mind, Trump will be president. Trump's the guy that's going to run the show. There's nobody that oversteps Trump. We all know that.
Hillary wasn't against Jews either. Isn't that why Trump allowed Jews and blacks into his Mar-a-Lago nightclub when he bought it? Before, when they were banned?
It's so funny to me how liberals can be so brainwashed. So brainwashed. Trump does not fund any country, nor does any country fund Trump. That's why we're voting for him. He's not bought and paid for like Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton has been in the sphere for 30 plus years. Every single word that she has ever spoken has been paid and written down for her to say in front of the public. There is not one word that she has said that has not been bought and paid for. And so I do not support people like that. I am done with the establishment. I am done with the corruption. I am done with all these people saying, never Trump. Because all the never Trumpers out there are the establishment. If you've noticed,
what
they're all
Middle
the
Eastern
establishment.
Muslim countries does Trump get money from?
Yeah.
And yes, the typical GOP platform was stereotypically against gays, but Trump is changing that. That's why he had Pete Thiel speak at the RNC. Does that not mean anything to anybody? I mean, do you just gloss over that and just go to think that, oh, Hillary Clinton's a woman, so I'm a woman, I have to vote for her? Because look at the 30 years. Even during the debate, she could not list her own accomplishments. She named 2 and then trailed off because she can't do it. Nobody else can, and you would expect her to be able to.
Saudi Arabia, India, Russia, go ahead and direct message us a link. And actually, why don't you call us? Because there was no funding of anything that Trump had to do with foreign governments or foreign governments to him. You can go ahead and direct message us on Twitter or send it on Twitter for everybody to see, a politic voice, and we can all see how dumb you really are.
And I actually went to Hillary Clinton's website, and I wanted to look at her different plans and her ideas. First of all, her page is laid out horribly. I don't know who allowed her to get away with doing that. It's a horrible layout. It's scattered and disgusting. Second, I went to her tax plan. She had no specifics. She just said she's going to raise taxes on the rich, and small businesses. She's going to cut through red tape. She gave no specifics anywhere. So at least if you go to Trump's website, he lays out exactly what he is going to do. We're not voting against our own interests. I don't understand how people are, I'm sorry, so stupid to not be able to open their eyes and actually read something for yourself, not have frickin' Anderson Cooper tell it to you through his biased opinion. Because mind you, CNN is Hillary Clinton's 7th largest donor, so of course they're going to tell you what Hillary wants you to tell them.
He wants to bomb the oil fields, and we should absolutely do that because,
should
have done that a long time ago because you know why ISIS is so prevalent right now? Because of those oil fields.
Did your computer end up being bleach bit for visiting Hillary's website? I went through Hillary's tax plan, and it was very easy to go through because there was nothing there.
No, said we should have taken oil. Maybe you should read his words more carefully. He said we should either bomb the oil or take the oil. He said because if we were to have done that, ISIS would not be in power anymore because they wouldn't have funding to create this huge mass of people that they have now. Maybe you should pay attention a little bit more.
How does Trump not like gays? Please give specifics.
Where's the higher tax for the hedge fund managers? Well, keep in mind, most hedge fund managers are too smart to pay taxes. They're not even paying any taxes because of corporate loopholes put in place by establishment politicians. So before you get on your high horse and get so upset about Donald Trump not taxing the rich more, he's going to make the rich pay taxes, even though it's not going to be a 35, 65% tax rate, whatever the hell Hillary wants to do nowadays. He's going to actually make them pay, whereas Hillary is just going to continue the loopholes, continue the back dealings, continue the shady shit, just like Obama did.
So again,
and George Bush, to be fair.
You need to give specifics on why Trump is against gays, because you can't, because you're an idiot. Do you remember that lady who has a church who hates gays? Well, she is on his team. That's fine. I hate cats, and I vote for Trump. Oh my god, I'm now just the world's
Trump hates cats.
I'm the world's most horrible person. Baffling that, somebody's allowed to have their own opinions.
Secularism is what's important, and just because, keeping in mind that no law in this country is ever going to change somebody's core values on a subject. So if you're talking about hardcore Christians, no law in this country promoting gay rights is going to change a hardcore Christian's viewpoints on what homosexuality means to them. Nothing is going to change that. What could change that, though, is by coming together and saying, hey, you know what? I'm an American first, and I agree with some of the things that you agree on how to fix this country. Or, I agree with you on this, that, and the other thing. And stop pretending stop making this a social war on each other. We don't need to make it a social war on conservatives versus minorities. That's what the Democrats want. Why can't we just all sit down and openly explain to each other, hey, you know what? Our country is in a pile of shit right now. And it has nothing to do with gay rights right now. It has nothing to do with anything like that. What really needs to happen is fixing the economy, is fixing the issues that matter, fixing the illegal immigrants pouring into this country. We have an illegal immigration problem. Fixing radical Islamic terrorism, which is prevalent all over the world currently. Those are the issues that should be mattering to us right now, but the Democrats have you trained to fight conservatives for some reason. It's like you're their dogs, and as soon as they say kill, you kill. And it's just disgusting that you can't look outside the box and think for yourself.
So again, can somebody please give specifics as to how Trump is against gays? Because we've given multiple facts as to how he is, and then everybody just says, no, that's wrong, but they have nothing to back it up with.
The Hillary supporters, this is the thing. I'm a conservative and I don't support Trump. Well, you know what? I don't know how to explain if you get Hillary Clinton then.
Yeah.
And if you
exactly, you either support Trump or you support Hillary Clinton.
If you are okay with Hillary Clinton, then you're not a conservative. Then that means you're a raging liberal lunatic, and you can call yourself whatever you want. But keeping in mind that if you don't support Trump, you're going to get Clinton. So, I mean, we're not telling you how to vote. I'm just saying if you claim to support conservative values, you're sure as hell not doing it right now. Anyway, that's not an insult. We did not once insult you. We just said you're going to get Hillary Clinton. Yes, that is an insult. By saying that you're going to get Hillary Clinton, that is an insult, but one that you need to understand is going to happen if you don't support Trump.
So there's a couple of things that can happen. You can either vote for Trump and help him to get into office. You can not vote for Trump, which will be a vote for Hillary. You can vote for a third-party candidate, which is a vote for Hillary. Or you can not vote at all. Either way, you can vote for Trump and you can be happy with it and see the progression of the U.S. and say, hey, I was a part of this. Or with all the other ones, when you bitch and moan about how horrible the country is in 4 years, you can't do anything about it because you either voted for a third party or you stayed home.
We're already in World War III.
Trump is going to make World War III. He's going to make it like
we're
a cake.
We're already living in World War III. There's war all over. This is where there's people dying everywhere.
We're not insulting people that don't agree with us because nobody is giving facts as to why they're voting the way they do. They just say Trump's an idiot, Trump's a bigot, Trump's a racist. You're a name caller, he's a name caller.
Some people are such babies.
Ooh, careful, Jellybean, don't call names, you're gonna get attacked.
I know. I think Lester should have gone after Hillary a little bit harder. Oh, look, more tolerance. Making it about race. Typical liberal. Exactly. Refugees get paid more than our veterans.
This is true.
This is a true story.
And mind you, there are 20 to 22 vets that are committing suicide daily, and Trump actually has a plan to take care of those. Hillary Clinton does not.
I don't think so. Somebody just said you realize that whoever wins, the world will still be divided within politics. No, I don't think so. I think there's always going to be a two-party system, and there's always going to be disagreements, which is what should happen. That's why this country was founded, is to be able to have a two-party system to get to the golden truth behind every issue. But that was Aristotle, by the way. But you need to understand, we have lived in a situation where we weren't having race issues as prevalent as they are today. We were living in a time where people were happy and they got along together. Race relations now in today's state are worse than they have been in a very, very long time. And the worst race relations are happening right now in my entire lifetime. In my lifetime, I have not seen anything this bad. I'm young. I get it. I have grown up in a world where it didn't matter if you were black or white or Latino or whatever you were. It didn't matter if you were gay or straight or whatever you were. That's the world I grew up in. And now seeing the attacking and the hostility towards each other, it's gotten so bad that I can't even understand where it's coming from. There's people burning the American flag, and evidently Democrats support that. And I have never lived in this world before. I don't know what this world is, and it's disgusting, and it's scary, and it's something that I don't ever want to see again. You can call burning the American flag free speech all you want, but my God, do you even understand what's going on? Do you even understand the ramifications of something like that? There is much more going on than just somebody burning a flag. This is a complete attack against Western values, and we need to be vigilant of that. We need to be aware of what's going on in this country.
So somebody asked, why do we support Trump? To sum it all up, he puts America first. He doesn't segregate us into groups like Hillary Clinton does. He doesn't say, you're gay, you're different, I need to help you. You're Latino, black, etc., etc. You're different, I need to help you. He talks to us like we're Americans, the way that we should be talked to. And he's going to fix our trade deficit. He's going to give tax incentives for companies to stay in America or come back to America so that they can bring more jobs, so that we can actually reduce our unemployment. Right now we have a record number of people on food stamps and on welfare, but yet this unemployment rate is supposedly at 5%. Those numbers don't add up. You can't have both of those. He's going to take care of the illegal immigration problem. He's going to stop the refugees from coming into our country unvetted. He is going to take care of the vets, just to name a few off the top of my head. And those are visions of helping America, whereas Hillary Clinton is stuck solely on social issues of continuing to divide and conquer, to continue to put people into these separate categories and say, do you know what, you guys, you're all different. I need to treat you all specially, and I'm going to continue to make it obvious that you're different.
And this is what Democrats do. They just divide. And I believe that Trump is the only unifier because he's speaking, to Americans as a whole. He doesn't care what you are. He doesn't care what color of skin you have. He is trying to protect the citizens in this country for once. Illegal immigration hurts our citizens. That is a true statement, whether you like it or not. Illegal immigration hurts our citizens in this country. If you're a Democrat, you can't disagree with that. There's so much evidence that point to the fact that, yes, it does hurt our country. It does not help our country. And I get your point. Your point as a Democrat is to say, well, these people are just looking for better lives. Fine, they're looking for better lives, but why can't they come in the right way? Why can't they come in legally? That's what everybody else is doing. Look at all the other people that are actually trying to go about doing it the right way and now can't come into this country because we have an influx of illegal immigration. So not only does illegal immigration hurt the U.S. citizens, it hurts people trying to immigrate to this country legally. It hurts them too, looking for better lives. So what's your justification now?
That's a very racist comment to say that illegal immigrants are doing jobs Americans won't do.
Yeah, and I disagree with you. I mean, look at how many people are out of the labor force right now. Look at how many people are not working. Look at how many people are on entitlement programs. More people in this country right now are on entitlement programs than ever in history. Right now, this second, more people are in entitlement programs. That wouldn't be the case if some of these people could get jobs. And maybe illegal immigrants are taking those jobs from them that they can no longer get. I don't know.
Somebody said yes, they should come in legally like Columbus and his guys did. Then you need to go back and you need to talk to all the countries that have been taken over by other countries, and then you need to fix all of that immigration, illegal immigration as well.
If you get mad at that, you would have to get mad at every conquest in history. Good luck with that.
One's almost dead.
Okay.
So it's up to you.
Okay.
And look at what President Obama did for the black community.
Yeah. If there's any race that should be mad at Obama, it should be the African American community.
He came into office saying that he was going to be the best president for the African American community ever. their unemployment rates are going up, their home ownership is going down, their teen workforce participation is going down, and I can go on and on, but everything is working to the negative for them. They have not improved at all in the past 8 years. And then going on the TV and saying that it would be a direct insult to him for black people to not vote for Hillary Clinton is kind of like an individual slap in every one of their faces. What he's saying is that you need to vote for Hillary Clinton so that we can continue to keep you down like he has been doing for the past 8 years, so that you will continue to be dependent on us. And I believe Trump's speech when he spoke up and said, look at the past 8 years for the African American communities, how everything is going horribly. I think that woke a lot of people up, and they sat back and they said, do you know what? You're absolutely right. We have not gone anywhere except down in the past 8 years.
Yep. Home ownership is down. Poverty is up. Unemployment rates are up. Rampant throughout the African American community. And it's something that happened under President Barack Obama. Other races are doing fine. It's the African American communities that are not. And as Democrats are going to just automatically dismiss that. But you really need to understand that that is a very true statement, what we said. African Americans are no better in this country. They're actually worse off now under President Barack Obama. So, I mean, do your research if you want. You probably won't, but do your research if you want.
Somebody asked, why do you believe Trump? Why wouldn't you? He has everything he needs. He is a multi-billionaire. He could just sit back, continue to do what he's doing, and he will be very, very well off. But no, he put all of that aside for the next 4 to 8 years. He is refusing the salary of the president, and he is in this for America. He sees the horror that is happening in this country, and he wants to fix it. He has benefited so greatly from America. It has given him so much that he is ready to give back to America. He's been talking about this since the late 80s. Oprah interviews that if times get bad enough that he will consider running for president, and it came to the point that we need something done. And I don't think there's one person out there that can honestly say our country is moving in the right direction, because President Obama is the first president ever to not have one single month of a GDP rate of over 3. He has never gotten up that high. So proof right there, you cannot say that our country is in the right direction.
Right. Somebody just said, you know, Trump doesn't like gays, right? You're an idiot. He does like gays. You should actually read something before ever speaking. Because you will learn that he has supported gays and has done way more than anything Hillary Clinton has ever done for gay people for 30 plus years. So do your research.
Trump already broke all conventional rules. The whole thing is now unpredictable.
Right. Illegals built Trump Tower. Also, again, false. Another lie perpetuated by CNN and Hillary Clinton.
But you know what? Let's just take that statement that you said. Illegals built Trump Tower. Let's give you the benefit of the doubt, and we'll say that you're right. You're not, but we're going to do a hypothetical here. The construction of Trump Tower brought thousands upon thousands of jobs to America. So people are